Again, I am back. I found what I was looking for. It was under global citizen ambassadors. And when you see who used to be on here, we know Hugh Jackman is the one for Australia since 2018 or 19. Look at this. It says global citizen ambassadors and advocates for change inspire their fans to take action and leverage their voices for a world free from extreme poverty, achieving impactful and lasting results for local organisations and program partners. Program partners, that's like the NBOs, the non-government organisations that are non-government, so they don't have any of the rules and regulations that the governments need to follow. They don't have any accountability that the government needs to have, but they're funded by taxpayer money because they're funded by the government. See how it's a big scam? It's a big scam. It's like giving an alcoholic money to go to the bottle shop, and there's nowhere else for him to spend the money. He can only spend it at the bottle shop. And then expecting the alcoholic not to buy any alcohol when there's no water, there's nothing else. Yeah, it's a disaster waiting to happen. But they say, oh, but I never sent him to go to the bottle shop. No, I just gave him money because he needed money, because he had no money, he had no resources. I just did what I had to do. I provided him with resources, which was money. How he used that money is not up to me. The fact that there was only one shop he could spend that money in, well, yeah, that's how they work. Yeah, and it all looks good, but under the cover of darkness, it's all sinister. So you've got Chris Martin, and you've got to think, who was he? Is he still married to her? And who was she married to beforehand or engaged to? Wasn't that, who's married to Angelina Jolie? Who's like, a bit, once again, she's a very, very, I think she's a satanic ritual abuse survivor, I think. I think she is. And, and now hasn't it turned out that, the most gorgeous man in the world at one stage, what was his name? The movie actor guy, her husband, Pretty Boy. Yeah, it turns out that his children say he was the worst man ever. He was horrible. He was a terrible, terrible father. And so now, and then his ex-partner, no wonder she grew a bit of brains and she went to Chris Martin. Green Day, not Green Day, what was his name of his band? I keep thinking of something like that, but but he what can I say, he reminds me of the royal family. Hugh Jackman, we know all about him, don't we? John Legend, no, you're not a legend, I'm sorry, John. I don't know who she is. She looks like an actress. I'm pretty sure she's an actress. Usher, we know he's US. Rachel Brosnan, I got onto her. She's Irish. She talks about Ireland in her thing. I think she's a singer, a folk singer or something. But we'll go back to her. But I'm pretty sure that's how I got onto Ireland, and I found all of that stuff. And then Charlie Puth, I have no idea who he is. I'm presuming he's a singer. Her, I'm not sure. She looks like an actress because she's a bit old to be a singer. Common, yes you are very common, but he looks, one thing with people that have that type of facial hair, they always remind me either of Amish people or people of Islamic faith, Muslim people. Not that that's anything wrong, but I don't think that he's Amish. I don't think so, but anyway, he could be. And who's this Bill Nye? I don't know who he is. I think he's American, but he's an old guy. I'm not sure who she is. Billy Porter, I'm not sure they are. And then get down here. Adam Lambert. Didn't he take over from Freddie Mercury as the lead singer of Queen? But he's very, very, very open about his sexuality. And then, of course, we have these ones here, Jill Vedder and Olivia Vedder. And Vedder, who is Jill Vedder? Vedder wasn't one of the singers that died mysteriously. Jill Vedder, who is she? Because I'm presuming that's mother and daughter. But look, she's all there out for the global citizen ambassador. I'm proud to sit alongside global citizen. Join me in taking action so we can create real change for a better world. Oh, yes. Jill Vedder is a founder and vice chairman of the Epidemiologia Research Organisation. What disease is that? Is this something that you get from a certain type of mRNA? look this up. Let's see what this is. Okay. Is a rare group of medical conditions that result in easily blistering of the skin and mucous membranes. Okay. Okay, so is it bacterial? Is it viral or bacterial? Let's just, out of curiosity, and I'm going to take this, might go to the Wikipedia for it because it opens a new envelope here. And let's see if they're doing a vaccine for it or an mRNA technology. Let's just check. Will you humour me? mRNA. Okay, let's just see what comes up. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. The present case is the first case of possible EBA where blah, 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 antigens were recurred after COVID vaccination. Wow. Clinicians should be aware that sububulous pemidogoids might be developed after COVID-19 vaccination. Wow. There you go. That's insane. This horrible disease is not naturally occurring. It actually comes after maybe taking a certain treatment, and they keep going on about it. I'd like to do a bit more of a deep dive into this and see, the mRNA vaccine gives instructions for harmless spike protein that's found on the surface of the virus. The case of, and this is back in September 21. Wow, so if your children or anybody that you know has taken the jibby jab and has that condition, it is a side effect of the vaccine. It happened in a young man after the vaccine, after a brief, wow. Look at this, 22, it's going on. 23, holy shit, it keeps going on. Disease during the pandemic, flares, acute. Wow, this is really, really scary. Wow. And let's just say pending. Let's see if there's anything pending to treat this stuff. Okay. Nucleoside vaccines have been successfully tested as an antigen specific for the ASI, with the mRNA technology offering, it's going more on about how it's causing, it's not doing anything about treating it. Can it be cured? Let's see, that might have been a better way to do it. There is currently no cure for it. Wow. So this is one of those other conditions that you get from a byproduct of taking a certain medical treatment that gives you lifelong injury and suffering. That's really, really scary. I'm not saying that's the only reason it comes. It came here from intravenous gemicide after treatment with the intravenous gentamicin, or what, I don't even know what that is. Wow, but so many of this is 22. This is really, 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 really scary. Gene therapy clinical trials, Spikevax, Moderna, the impact of all of this type of stuff on dermatological disease. Is it permanent? Yes, it is. I'm sorry, it is. Yeah, there's no cure. So you don't want to hear your doctor telling that. How long does it last? Well, it's for life. It appears at birth or after a few years of life and lasts a lifetime. Life expectancy is 50 years, and the disease during its complication due to treating the infection. Wow. So, you've got 50 years if you've been born with it. What is the most common cause of... it gives you end up with cancer. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, epidermolysis bullosa. Sounds very sexy, doesn't it? Bullosa. But yeah, that's really scary. So it's amazing how you go from a lady here, and I thought she was the wife of somebody that died of suicide. The guy from, I thought his name was Vedder, I thought, but it didn't, I was wrong. And I ended up going down here to COVID injuries. Oh, Pearl Jam. Yeah, there you go. It was the guy from Pearl Jam. Holy shit. I thought it was. I thought that she was, Vedder. Yeah, Eddie Vedder. Wow, there you go. Holy shit. Maybe, oh wow. Maybe he was going to call out and tell everybody, this is a big scam, and that's why they had to kill him. Wow. This is really, really bad. This is really, 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 really bad. I can't believe how, you just see this lovely lady and her daughter, and I'm presuming that's her daughter, and have they had not suffering already? Or is this part of the, well, if you don't stand up and make your dead husband's, pay his penalty of what he's done, you and your daughter, that's it, you're gone. I don't know how evil these people would be, but you have to think, what they were doing to the whole world, and now it's all coming out, how disgraceful it was and how they knew that this whole thing was rubbish. And now they're pushing this global citizen rubbish, trying to take away our sovereignty, trying to take away everything. Here in Australia, they're pushing these native title claims for like 90% of the country. And it's really, really scary to think that, the world is changing too fast, too quickly. But that's the whole idea. They want to overwhelm you, make you feel hopeless, helpless, and that you don't have any hope. But as I said, the worst thing is the rewards that you get. Wow. Look, earn rewards for the actions you take. Tickets, gift cards, subscriptions, VIP experiences. And that there, I wouldn't be surprised, that's the all-seeing eye, the owl, and it's even got a Q underneath it, doesn't it? So maybe the white hats are involved here somewhere. I don't think so. But look at that. That looks beautiful. It's gold. And I can guarantee you they are probably blue argyle diamonds from the mine in Western Australia that no longer exists. They closed it down. And the price of the argyle diamonds from the Argyle mine have gone through the roof because the rarity, but they will no longer belong to us. I might take a screenshot of that because I think it's absolutely stunning. But it won't belong to us anymore. It will belong to everybody. And we'll pay for the upkeep of it, we'll pay for everything, but we'll not financially benefit in any way. See the big picture, what I'm talking about? It's scary as hell. And when you go to, where's the stuff for Ireland? Where is it? Ireland. Through this gentleman here. You need to all sub him and follow his stuff. If you want to know what's going to happen in Australia, you follow what's happening in other places around the world, and he'll let you know. And this is all of his stuff. As you can see, he posts an awful lot. And here, this talk here by John
Nice
is
to
amazing.
People here. You've always been stalwarts people in all of the matters that matter, and it's great that you're still fighting up there. And welcome to Niall in particular, who's doing extraordinary work in the past number of years, fighting these questions. What I'd like to go through is again, I've done this before in different ways, but I want to kind of, to in a sense, tell the foundational story of what's happened to us in the last 4 years. In other words, to describe why, really, because, we keep hearing about viruses and pandemics, and we hear all about different issues within that, PCR tests and, vaccines and so on. And of course, all these things have their own currency within the issues. But that's not what's happening, is the point. What's happening is a different thing entirely. What's happening is a coup which has been orchestrated you would say a global level, but in fact what is really at issue is the West.
True.
Europe and America.
Yeah, the Western civilization, because we have history, we have culture, and we know what our rights are, and we know what to expect from our money, and that's why they don't want us. We know too much. We remember too much. That's why they tried to remove history. They've tried to change the meaning of words, the definition of words. They're trying to do the whole Mandela effect. They're trying to make us appear crazy. That's not what you remember. I've got some screenshots, and I put it in one video, I don't know if I've posted it or not, about the definition of the word X. And I had screenshots back from 2013, and I've done what that means today. And you can see the complete and utter backflip on a definition change. That will be my next video. So I'm going to leave this. I'll put a link to this down below. Please watch it. Please join Neil and report to your friends and family, because just remember, Ireland is like Australia, an island, and what happens in their place is going to happen here. It's a precursor, it's a warning to us. So just think, those people have just been arriving in Western Australia. Where the hell did they come from? Those boats that they were in were not fancy boats, and they looked very nicely dressed. And you can't tell me that they've been in a leaky boat, 6 months in a leaky boat. Thank you, Neil Finn. Go back to New Zealand, please. And arrived in Australia looking the way they did. They got dropped there. And once again, it's going to be a plantation of people here. So we don't have enough. We have a huge island itself, lots of room, but we don't have resources, water, food, energy, housing. We don't have the necessities at the moment because the government has taken their foot off the pulse and put it on the brake instead. And put it on the pedal, I should say, instead. And now they've tried to demoralise us, steal us. They're trying to turn us into a third world country. And I had a lovely conversation with a young lady yesterday at the bus stop or the tram stop, and she's an international student. And she was like, it's so expensive here. The rent, it's so much. Food, so much. Everything's so much. I can't afford. I said, well, what are you going to do? She said, I can't leave. I have my degree to finish. If I walk away, I'll lose my money on my degree. But I can't afford anything. There you go. So it's not just the Australian citizens that are being impacted by this disgusting government's disrespect for everybody and their degradation of our living styles and our living lifestyle and our living cost of living and a way of life. They're doing it to the international students. And you saw in my other video, Melbourne has 140,000 international students, but Queensland, we have 900,000 international students came this year, in the last year. Those that went to Melbourne, I think ones that were on sponsorship or the ones that were paid by these type of NGOs, like the global citizenship under some type of, you've got this free, you've been granted this award, or you've got this, when you get, sorry, my mind is all over the place. And you get like a special, but anyway, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, this is insane what's happening, and we've got to stand up and not let this happen, because if this is happening to us, can you imagine in 5 years? And this is what this John guy says, and what Neil says. You think it's bad now, give it another 5 or 10 years and you won't even recognise your country. Your country won't be anything like what you think it is today. So it's been accelerated so fast, and if Donald Trump doesn't get in, we're all FUCKED, fucked. And I'm not going to say I am a Trump fan, I am. But I'm not going to say he's the best thing since sliced bread. But look at who they've got there, some demented old banana head who is got a pedophilic history in his family, has corruption through and through. And you just have to look at our own Prime Minister. My word is my bond. No, your word is jack shit, man. You're a stuttering, lisping little pretty boy, as the Chinese man calls you. We've got pretty boy here. That just tells me that he submits. Someone in China, you're pretty when you follow the rules. You're pretty easy. Not pretty as in attractive, but pretty, as in you do as you're told. You're obedient. But anyway, I'm going to go. Please watch all of these videos that I'll link down below, and look after your family, your friends, and your dear darling animals, because without them, you've got no enjoyment in your life. All those things rely on each other. It's like one of those self-propagating stories, So please do all of that, and be kind, and don't forget to keep smiling. Smile, 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 smile. Keep smiling, be happy, laugh, and have joyous enjoyment in your life. Share it, as it is like sprinkles. It gets everywhere, and people can't get rid of it quickly. And it is like a boomerang; they do come back. So take care. Godspeed to all. Godspeed.